I don't even have to speak for the people of the UK. Y'all already know Rishi Sunak is on some bullshit when he tried to walk back that whole UK troop deployment thing. If y'all feeling like something's off, watch this.
Before we take up too long on this, let's move on to what is probably the biggest story on the front page of the Telegraph.
Yeah, big story. Straps to send UK troops to Ukraine. Obviously, this is a development because the army would now, in this, train Zelensky's military on the ground, and the Navy might move into the Black Sea. So this is an escalation, as I'm sure you know. So, and it depends if you think it's a good or a bad thing, I suppose. If Leo was here, he'd be shouting about why it's a great thing, I'm sure. But some people will see this as an escalation, Britain getting more involved than we have to. I suppose a counter might be if it puts more pressure on Russia and ends the war sooner. That's another argument. But some people see it as not a good thing.
This is an horrendous thing. That first of all, they're not putting troops exactly. They're training the troops. They're bringing the troops home. They're sending British troops to the Ukraine to be trained there. So we're sending trainers. That's exactly what happened in Vietnam. That's how it all started, with Kennedy sending training people. I don't know if you remember that, because you don't remember it, but that's what happened. So that's a huge problem. The Russians are prone to sending missiles that are going to kill those British troops. Once those British troops are killed, boom, Britain is in it. So it's a nightmare. But the big way, before you go on, the biggest nightmare is right now, and nobody knows this, Russia is winning. They are winning. The problem isn't getting Russia to stop doing what it's doing. The problem is getting the Ukraine to just say, okay, we're going to accept things the way they are. And the way the Russians are winning is they basically blocked off all of the grain from leaving the country through the Black Sea. Well, that's the Russian side, but through whatever that area is over there. And so they can't get the grain out.
It's the first time I've heard you say anything positive about eating carbs.
Well, it feeds the world. It feeds the Ukraine, and they're in deep trouble. And if we send our ships there, what's going to happen is the Russians are going to attack those ships, and then we'll be in a state of war with Russia.
So that sounds like they already know that troops are going to go to Ukraine. And that ships are about to go to the Black Sea, and that this war is escalating because Ukraine is no longer winning, as Western media is now reporting, not Russian media. So basically, people were brainwashed through this whole ride. Interesting. So now that Ukraine's losing, does that mean NATO steps in? Sounds like it.